Hello, viewers. Welcome to the latest GI Huddle. I'm with Anna Zhukova, iGaming lead at Famesters. Anna, thanks for joining me.
Hi, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to have you on. Going to talk about influencers, which is a pretty exciting topic for iGaming. But to start off with, could you tell us a little bit about what you do, your role, and Famesters as a company as well?
Okay, sure. Hi there once again. My name is Anna. I'm team lead of iGaming vertical of Famesters agency. I've been working here for almost 3 years and a half, so I'm pretty experienced manager here. So speaking about our Famesters, we are an influencer marketing agency. We are working with creators and clients all over the world. On all available social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, and others. Also important to note that as an agency, we are first of all full cycle agency. So we support our clients on all stages of the campaign, like starting from the requirements and other stuff. We create strategies, we make estimations, we make forecasts, also provide full support during the launch, and create a full post analytics as well.
hmm Um, Obviously, I mentioned already we're gonna talk about influencers, I guess specifically because there's many ways to reach an audience, but influencers being used more and more. I guess in America we have a lot of ambassadors in sports betting, and you want to talk specifically. You guys work with kind of iGaming. You wrote an article for us about the use of influencers in iGaming. If you could single out like one biggest advantage of that approach, what would it be?
Well, first of all, I'd say the most powerful advantage of using influencer marketing in your business is that your target audience, or even completely unexpected but still very welcomed audience, coming to your product already hit it.
hmm
So, I mean, the marketing agencies do their best to make creatives and other materials to be very bright and engaging. But the more important thing that when a person sees or following some channels, influencers, so they have some trust. And when they see some advertisement or promotion or even slight like integration, they trust each other. So they are more heated in order to click and go on. Especially when we're talking about iGaming vertical, comparing to Facebook, for example,
hmm
you have to set only a desired audience in order to to reach it.
hmm
But in influencer marketing campaign, we mostly focus on the target audience, but still there is a small percentage of other people that can see the advertisement, and we can also like grab the new audience as well. So
hmm
that's the main important thing, because without getting any other payment involved, we can go viral. So that's the main advantages, I'd say.
Yeah, it makes sense, and there's definitely, as you wrote in your article, there's going to be several benefits kind of to this method, but probably a question you could maybe expect is, how costly is it compared to other marketing methods? Because I guess the biggest ambassadors and influencers aren't cheap, but maybe you can tell me more about kind of the kind of costings and that kind of thing.
Well, if we're speaking about as well a gaming vertical, which is
hmm
not surprising because I'm team lead of a gaming vertical,
Yeah.
so there obviously some price increase comparing to other ways of promotions. Because the creators, just when they receive an offer from our agency or from any other agencies regarding gaming products, they keep some risks in mind. So that's why it's a bit more expensive than other ways. But as I said before, it's a good way to scale, because comparing to Facebook, you have your daily limits to your like profile, but
Mhm.
with influencer marketing, we have no limits at all. We can just test everything, and sometimes it can be even cheaper than Facebook, because influencer marketing is not that easy to estimate something, to forecast, but we're doing our best to do so. But
Mhm.
still, we can the results can be surprising. Yeah, and cheap as well.
Yeah, yeah, sure. On that basis, what are some of the best examples you can think of it, and maybe there's some that you guys specifically at Famesters have worked on, but any influencers that kind of really did well with a certain iGaming brand.
Well, I'd say that again, when you want to make the integration very transparent and very detailed. So in this case, influencer marketing will help you out, as like obviously because the influencer have trust, as I said before. They have a trusted audience. They are more engaging, and also we are working with, let's say, we're trying to find the best way to promote a product with each influencer, like in person. So in this case, we just give the influencers some freedom. So because they know their audience the best, and they advise us something as well. But most common thing is to just to focus on campaigns and to focus on companies' benefits, first of all, if I
Yeah.
got it correct.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mentioned actually you did an article for us. You actually did two. One was the on the benefits, but of course, you guys also you kindly did kind of 5 common mistakes you can make, and I wonder how easy it is for an iGaming brand to kind of get this strategy wrong, and realistically, I guess, is it easy for an iGaming firm to say, oh, this is a famous person, they have a big audience, we're going to use them? Can that go wrong in certain cases?
Of course, it can be
Hmm.
because the whole gambling sphere is it has a very thin line between building a trust and mm, becoming desperate, I'd say,
Hmm.
because some managers, some agencies, if they receive an offer from iGaming client or something like that, they're doing their best to reach out to the influencers so they can promise them whatever they ask for.
Hmm.
For example, the main mistake I'd recommend everyone to avoid is to make prepayments. I mean, it's definitely very painful, and if you decide to work with prepayment model, you should think of this money as an already lost one,
Hmm.
because in my experience, I mean, sometimes we work with influencers with prepayments, but they should have our trust, not just completely new guys.
Yeah.
But what's the reason? First of all, like, they can scam you. So when they receive a payment, they are just, saying hi, was nice talking to you, bye,
Hmm.
or just disappear.
Hmm.
Uh, so here we're not giving them any chance to disappear with just simply not paying them before. And also when the creator knows that he will receive money after publication, he is much more motivated.
Hmm.
He's interested in getting the best results, and especially as an agency, we analyze the campaign during the process. So if we see something, some issues, something like weird's coming, we can talk to the influencers, and we also can gather some like free publications, free I don't know, shout outs, or just
Hmm.
simply, it will be not that difficult. It's probably will be very easy for the influencer, but it will have a good, like a better performance.
Yeah.
If we have the prepayment in this case, the creator can just say, no, thank you.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's fine.
So instead of prepayments, are you working on the basis of kind of uh paying them? Is that based on performance of how it did, or just kind of just on the quantity of posts, that kind of thing?
Well, we mostly working with payment after publication in a
Hmm.
few days. Sometimes when we have some some suspicious thoughts about the creators, so
Sure.
we can we can just discuss a payment after 14 days, for example, when we see if he gets the estimated views or results in this case.
Hmm.
But mostly, yeah. Sometimes we work with payment for like results. It's called cost per action. But it's not that very welcomed by with the influencers because they know how many work should be done and how much effort they put
Yeah.
in. So they want to have some base payment as well.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Um, Really interesting stuff so far. I'm sure our iGaming listeners will be taking kind of these lessons on board, especially when you said, well, I think, yeah, that was a pretty practical one in terms of the biggest thing that can go wrong, maybe avoid prepayments. A final topic I wanted to ask you about was maybe looking forward. Firstly, how do you see kind of the use of influencers in iGaming growing? Is there going to be a lot more of it? And obviously for you guys, I'm sure you'd welcome a lot more because obviously that's a bit more business. But in general, do you see this going that way?
Yeah, of course. I see a very bright future for a gaming industry in terms of influencer marketing. First of all, because well, it's better to see from that perspective. I mean, also one more mistake I would like to
Yeah,
highlight here
sure.
is very useful to know that it's transparency because some clients, some products, even if they're completely new, they tend uh, to give some misleading information to the audience just to get a very easy and quick traffic. For example, they promise them like milliards or I don't know, like guaranteed profits. So in this case, the audience that will click on that link that will
Hmm.
go to final website or product site, they can just do the action they needed to do and disappear.
Hmm.
But working with iGaming sphere, we mostly focus on a long-term relations with the
Hmm.
audience. First of all, I mean, deposits are good. Of course, it's the main target for us, but we need to create a very long-lasting relationships, and we
Yeah,
need to have retention deposits, and we need to have a very live audience, live users.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, no,
good.
sorry, carry on. Yeah, I was going to agree that long-term partnerships are kind of affiliates and operators, even when they work with each other. Yeah, that's definitely the way to go. But please, so carry on.
Yeah, I mean it's best we can do. We're just trying to reach that. So speaking about the future, I mean it's very engaging to notice how challenging the campaigns can be. And even if we are working with the products we have expertise with, we can just see something new every time, every day. And we need to stay up to date with all new information that is coming. At the same time, we need to stay transparent.
Hmm.
So that I think that's the main future because we need to focus on getting like cheesy information, maybe a bit to just engage the audience, but still not misleading, not
Hmm.
something that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely. I think your example is a really good one. You don't want someone saying, "Hey, click here," and you're guaranteed to win because obviously the idea of an online casino is you're not guaranteed to win, right?
yeah, and
Yeah.
everyone knows that, but
Hmm.
still use it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Anna, thanks very much for your time and for your answers. Been really insightful, and yeah, look forward to maybe hearing from you more in Trafficology. Like you say, there's a bright future for this one, so hopefully, good luck to Famesters and a bright future for you guys too.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you very much.